America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. I was going to excuse me.
Now, it may get bigger, it may get a little bigger, it may not get bigger at all. We'll see what happens. But regardless of what happens, we're totally prepared.
This is your victory. Now, I know you didn't do this just to win an election. I know you didn't do it for me. You did it because you understand the enormity of the task that lies ahead.
You're not going to believe this. He killed 16 Czechoslovakians. Guy was an interior decorator. His house looked like shit.
Give me a hell yeah! I said give me a hell yeah!
Our enemies are innovative and resourceful, and so are we. They never stop thinking about new ways to harm our country and our people, and neither do we.
Hey everybody, it's Coach KC.
I don't know about that.
Why?
I didn't like that.
I like that one.
Lee?
I thought it's pretty funny. It's
thumbs
pointed.
Up or thumbs down?
Well, if you're joining us now, we did an interview segment before, and we were on Facebook. We're on Anchor, all the normal places, but now we're going to do a regular live show. But joining us in studio this week, and hopefully, maybe again in the future, we'll see. I don't know how this goes.
A black man with a funny name.
It's Lee. And then, as always, joining me, it's TJ.
What's up?
What do you know, buddy?
Not much. I think that was, if everybody gets to go back and listen to it, that was probably one of the best things we've ever done so far.
It was a good time. We had a blast. We just did an interview with Lee. Lee's a gentleman that works with TJ. We explained that in the show. We got to know a lot about TJ, or about Lee. We also got to know about TJ's wiener obsession, but we all already know that. We dove into quite a few things. I pushed the limits with our gentleman beside us.
I think you could go a lot farther.
Oh, no, I know I could have. We wanted him to come back for another time, but he stayed. He did want to stay, so obviously did not offend him in any way.
He even got in an accident and came to be with us.
I did in that one. I said, this gentleman just got in a hit and a run to be here, and so that was...
Why do you assume that he hit and ran? Is it because you don't think he has insurance?
No, I assume he wanted to be here so bad that he was willing
Casey's
to.
like between me and Casey, who do you think would be more racism, Casey or me? Just by the way he'd be talking.
Well, unintentionally you.
Me?
Yeah, unintentionally you.
How's that?
Because
the baby thing?
Yeah, the baby thing, yeah.
Oh, come on.
But I think there's more than that. I think he's learned in just a couple minutes was all an attempt at humor, and that...
He's serious.
I know. That's
I'm serious about the baby thing.
I've known him for a long time, and you were right. So that's why I was extremely surprised. He was friends with the black man, but then he said he's a Republican. I said, okay, you guys have some common ground.
Understand.
You guys have some common ground. And then, that you like beating people up, and he would always need somebody to protect him. Yep. So I thought, hey, you had multiple things going on.
I think Lee could protect both of us, and we wouldn't need to worry about
it. We're sitting here in studio. I have a couple things that I got to get to as the liberal of the show. Tomorrow's election day. If you want the right to bitch, go vote. That's what you get the right. If you're one of those people that don't vote and then bitch about what's going on, shut the fuck up.
Even if it doesn't go your way.
Yeah, that's why I said I don't care.
Then you can say I voted.
I obviously know what way I want you to vote, but I don't care. Vote. That is the one freedom so far they cannot take away from us, no matter what. Well, not no matter what, but right now we still have.
And I honestly don't fucking care if Laura Kelly wins or not, because
locally I think
besides the COVID shit, she's done an awesome job.
That's why I said I would say locally we're one of the states that has a better choice than most states. Other than I don't like the guy running, not because he's an anti-pot guy. He was the attorney general when Wichita had a lawful vote to decriminalize marijuana, and he stepped in and overrid it. He's a Kobach guy. Kobach to me is just an insane fearmonger.
You just hate him.
He's a fearmonger. Yes, I hate all fucking fearmongers, left or right. I don't care who it is. If it's that Marjorie Taylor Greene bitch, or if it's Pelosi when she's blowing the whistle on shit that doesn't need, and race baiting and doing all that. So we've talked about that. I don't agree with 90% of my politics.
So what happens? Okay, so after the red wave comes through and wipes all these fuckers out, she's out, right?
Who?
As Speaker of the House, right?
If they take over the House, if they
Which
take
is
the
gonna
House,
happen.
most likely, but I
Yeah.
don't know. You're starting
Think
to
she'll retire?
I doubt it. No, because
She's
she's a
freaking 82 years old.
She's a money, but she brings in money
I mean,
like
how-
nobody else.
I mean, how is she gonna get all of her insider trader information without that?
Exactly. I think she's rich enough at this
Did
point.
you?
But
So since I already talked about her, the Paul Pelosi thing. I saw on the news, and it's supposedly they've been trying to wipe this. That when he answered the door from the cops with the guy in the house. They walked in the house with him, and then that guy hit him with the hammer.
that's what
Not
they, yeah.
before.
But they said he had got beat up before, but not hit with the hammer before.
They said he was in no distress.
Oh.
What did you hear, Lee?
That's it right here. I was kind of weird about the whole thing. Like he was there. He ran to the bathroom, and then I don't know. He was taking him on a tour of the house, like they were having drinks. I don't know what was going on.
That's not quite how I heard it, but
They were both in their panties.
we know that we listen. We go to different websites to get our information.
This was on
But the most of what I've heard is there are definitely some weird scenarios. But
Yeah.
I heard it. The police, the
You
phone
don't
call.
like him or her either.
Not really, but the phone call was. I don't like normalizing fucking violence in anything, in politics, in anything, because then things like January 6th, or whether you're for it or whatever, or just these kind of things become the norm. We are fucked. We are a third world country. We are Russia. We are one of these places when that shit becomes the norm. And I don't mean it that extreme, but that is where it gets when.
It's not the way.
It's not. It's not. Go out and vote. Get the fucking people out of there. Mobilizing it. This guy was Canadian. He was just crazy.
Yeah.
He's getting paid by somebody, whether it's left or right.
Something's weird. Lee, what do they say? Oh, by the way, Lee is a huge Star Wars fan too. You would never
Really?
know this, but
Yeah.
I'm
is.
not a big Star Wars fan, but it's always nice to meet a Trekkie.
what? what is it? What do they say on? Is it not
Live
Boba
long
Fett?
and prosper, man. Oh.
Yeah.
But what's the other one?
Which one?
Not Boba Fett, but the other one on the Disney Plus that just came out. The
The
Mandalorian.
Mandalorian?
What's he
Yeah.
say?
I don't know what you're talking
This is the way.
This
or
is
what-
the way. Yeah, this is the way.
That's
Yeah,
the way.
See, you watched it. I didn't even know what that was.
Well, yeah.
my
that's-
my,
think of
my
it.
old buddy at work, my 63-year-old assistant, is a huge like Star Wars and Boba Fett, and he was all into that. Like me and him got like the Superman show together, and then we watch all the racing shows, all the Oklahoma racing guys.
Are you
and
into
all the,
Superman, or are you more like Star Wars type
You know,
shit?
well, I grew up with comics and Spider-Man. And,
Well, he's
you know,
into
all
what's
that other
the
stuff.
Wakanda and
Oh,
Dude,
yeah,
don't.
yeah, Wakanda. Yeah.
I said Wakanda's in Africa, and he got mad at me because
Where-
he says it's not.
it's not.
Wakanda's everywhere.
What was
Where's
the first
the
one?
entrance
Black
portal
Panther. Wait,
into Wakanda?
so
Everywhere.
I'm a all-time
Would they let Casey into Wakanda?
Oh, yeah, probably.
with this beard. Fuck yeah, I look like a
Probably, yeah.
hell yeah. With this beard, I look like a wizard, man. They're like, whoa, let this guy in, man.
Gay wizard from
Yeah,
fucking
dude, they know
Willow.
just like animals, they know I pose them no harm, so they will let me enter. You know, that's just we've talked about it yesterday.
Do you think they would really let Casey into Wakanda? Like he shows up at the gate, and they're like, "Mm-mm."
No, I
If I
understood
let
the
off-
question. No.
if I let off
I knew
with
they
if I let
wouldn't.
off with I
What
noticed
about-
a couple things about you guys and did it similar? You're right.
Could I get into Wakanda?
Oh, hell no.
God no,
Why?
you don't like their babies.
I mean, you don't like the babies, yeah.
No, I'm saying they wouldn't take their babies. Now,
Oh, here
Wakanda
we-
babies are different. They would probably take those. Those
They're
are
worth something.
powerful.
Yeah, they're powerful. Oh, yeah. Well,
Was Black Panther as big a superhero growing up for you as they all? I keep hearing, not for you in general, but you know, for black people, I guess.
not really.
Okay, I didn't think
I
so.
mean, no. Even
Who was
still,
who was yours growing up?
Mine growing up was Spider-Man. Man. I love
That makes sense.
Who's
But
the
you aren't-
best Spider-Man?
you
of
weren't an
the
Aquaman
movies?
guy, because if that
Aquaman.
you don't like water, do you?
Yeah.
So what? Because he's black, he can't swim. See what I'm talking about? He's 10 times more racism than I am.
Why don't you say it right? It's
What?
racist.
Yeah,
It's from.
that's how we know that you are.
It's from a
'Cause you can't even
show.
say it.
You don't
It's
even
from
learn
a.
the word.
It's from a show.
Yeah.
You ever watch Eastbound and Down
Of course, yeah. Yeah, of course.
with Kenny Powers?
yeah, I've seen it.
When he goes to Mexico and the dude is like, racism, man, I love to racism. That's what this is. That's why I say that.
Okay.
But which Spider-Man would you say is the best Spider-Man? I mean, actor, person, the guy that who does
In
Spider-Man
the
the
recent
best?
movies, I guess.
Man, they're all pretty bad. You know,
Like bad,
the
not
movies,
good?
Yeah, I didn't like any of them.
Really?
My
Yeah,
wife
I
likes
didn't
that.
like it.
Who's the newest one?
Tom Holland.
Yeah, that's who's hers.
Did you watch?
I'm the
Holland's
original.
okay.
I'm the
go with that,
original.
yeah.
I like the.
That's fine.
Did you watch? What's that video game that we play with Tom Holland and he's in it with Marky Mark?
The video game we play?
Yeah, they're in. It's a movie now, but it's based off of a video game. That they're like adventures.
Contra?
No, Tom Holland's in it with Marky Mark.
I don't know.
Oh,
It just come out not too long ago.
And it's a video game we
it is a
played?
video game, yes.
Yeah, you played
there's 4 of
Uncharted.
them.
Uncharted.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Uncharted, yeah. I played all of them too.
Yeah, that's a fun game.
Yeah, I liked it.
Except for when you're trying to
I
get somewhere
only
and you're
ever
like
played
jumping
the.
around
I
everywhere
only
looking for
ever
the-
played the free beta version of that. I never ever had one of them.
You've done a lot of baiting.
Masturbating.
I can see that.
We can all see that.
Man, I didn't come here to pick on, but I do have one question for you guys. If you're going to live on a desert island, could only bring one thing, what would it be?
Hold on. What's a deserted or desert?
deserted, sorry.
Well, is there water?
Yeah, is it water?
That's
Go with
true.
water.
That's true.
Yeah, yeah.
No, but you got to bring one tool or
Well,
one thing.
I know, but what do we? Is it a jungle? Does it have an ocean around it?
You don't
Does
get to
it
pick
have-
that. You're getting.
I know, but we're asking.
You're getting kidnapped, and they say you're getting dropped off on an island. You're going to pick one thing. You
But
don't-
is there water?
Yeah, you're in the ocean.
I mean, is there water on the island?
I don't know. I haven't been there.
You just got to pick one thing, man.
You got to pick
I
one
guess
thing.
I would have to pick. I'd bring some kind of multi-tool.
Okay.
I didn't know you could pick something like that. Can I just pick a helicopter?
That's true.
Be realistic. Come on.
He said pick one thing.
Okay,
I'm gonna pick a
besides-
helicopter.
Pick one tool that you can bring.
Something you can carry.
And TJ doesn't count.
Yeah, TJ, I'll probably a knife, something like that.
See, I'm a fire starter guy, but just because then I can try to, even if the water tastes like shit, I can try to purify it. I can cook. I can burn sections of the forest down just for fun because it's mine now because I'm on a.
Lee's the only one who burns forests down. Apparently.
That was where that came from.
It is what it is.
I sent you a couple stories, but I did have a thing that we were going to start doing. We've kind of got away from. I've got a little segment called 3 Stories, and I was going to read the story titles to you, and then you guys would pick what one we're going to read since you're the special guest, or which one I'll review.
Do you want me to read them, or are you gonna?
Yeah, I was
try
going to
do
say
it?
I might have to have you read them because I'm not a strong reader, but
No, Casey don't read good.
But I haven't sent them all to you, and I don't have my thing in. So, number 1 story: National Park wants humans to stop licking this. Maine begins removing naughty license plates. Story 2. Story 3: Car stolen in 1992 found buried at California mansion.
I don't know. I'm always fascinated by what they're licking, man.
All right, you got that one,
Yeah,
TJ.
I
Bring
do
it up.
have that one.
I kind of thought he might go with that because, yeah.
Let me pull it up here. You guys bullshit about something while I pull it up here because we're fucking real.
Well, I'll read it
professional.
here. The National.
I got it right here.
Okay.
Yep. Okay.
Hold on. Well, I guess real quick,
Yep,
while
do
we're
it.
killing time, I have a killing time button, and
He's got to find it so he can kill the time.
No, I'm gonna hear it real quick.
I'm here to date your 6-year-old.
Oh, that's not it. Sorry, that's bad. That's my fault. That wasn't the one. Here, let's do this one. All right, while he's pulling up the story,
Okay,
me and
we
Lee-
got it. We got it right here. The National Park Service has added tongue contact with the Sonoran desert toad among its various warnings for park visitors. As we say with most things when you come across a national park, whether it be a banana slug, unfamiliar mushroom, or a large toad with glowing eyes in the dead of the night, please refrain from licking. You know, that's kind of... So...
That was really a productive segment.
So at some point,
I picked the wrong story.
somebody, it was known that licking this toad would fuck you up or whatever,
Yeah.
right?
You're
And
supposed.
then-
They call it licking the toad, I think.
And then, well, I mean, I'm sure,
Getting
dudes
them, getting them greenbacks.
I'm sure in the guys who've done crack community, this probably comes around and gets around, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
normal.
I mean,
like
me
cra-
and Lee wouldn't know about this.
You guys,
but
well, Lee's done some cocaine off a hooker's ass. We haven't got there yet, but he's
I
done
don't
some.
think so.
Oh,
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
I have not done that.
all right.
I don't think so.
Well, I was getting ready to say who hasn't, but apparently Lee hasn't.
Yeah.
So
Square.
yeah.
Weirdo.
Freaking, come on, Lee. Come on, guy. We don't
Man,
do
what-
stuff
you don't,
like that.
you don't do that, man. Come on, man.
Lee. Come on, Bam. You've never done cocaine off of a girl's ass, man.
Did I send you the one just because we're due snake stories? Did I send you that one?
About the snake, yes, but I was going to finish about
That's fine.
our toad. The toad, also known as the Colorado River toad, is about 7 inches in size and carries a weak, low-pitched
Here's a picture
ribbit
of
sound.
it if you want to see.
But the creature is far from harmless. Sonoran desert toads secrete a potent toxin that can make people sick if they touch it or get the poison in their mouth. So, I mean, let's go ahead and... Oh, shit, listen to this. In recent years, smoking the amphibian's secretions has grown in popularity. Did you know about that?
I did not. That I'm leading.
You're not very up on your drug stuff,
Well,
then.
it says boxing legend Mike Tyson has spoken about it, and researchers have began to study its potential for therapeutic benefits as well.
Yeah, it's...
President Biden's son Hunter has written about
he's done it,
using
yeah.
5-MeO-DMT as a. So apparently, there's a.
He probably shoved
There's
one
a
up his
version of
ass at the
DMT
same
you
time.
can get off of this. The secretion secretes DMT.
It says right
so
here.
fucking, I can't believe you didn't hear about this on Rogan's podcast.
He's like, Joe's like, you know what we need to do is let's fucking
Eat elk and lick DMT off of.
Yeah. It says that this is in recent years, smoking the amphibian secretions have grown so much in popularity that it is a threatened species in New Mexico. Collectors that want to use the animal for drug use.
Well, here's the problem with it.
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay.
See,
Do you understand that?
What about this?
I don't know if that's what's going on. If it's because I don't want you to lick them, so you don't end up gay from licking frogs or turning the frogs gay.
I mean, where do you have to lick them?
I mean, how do you know if a frog's gay?
So if you lick the frog and you lick it on its penis, does that make you gay?
I think
No, I think that. Hold on, I've always heard that makes the frog gay. You're fine.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
frog's husband doesn't mind?
Yes.
Okay.
so. If you're in jail and
Does it
you're
count?
well, just for example, if you're in jail, is it more gay to suck some
Yes.
guy's dick or to let him fuck you in your ass?
Whoa.
Yes,
Either.
that's-
I
Well,
think.
one's more than the other.
I mean, even asking, I think, makes you
No,
bi-curious.
but not
at least.
asking. I'm saying like you're forced to
That's
do
what-
something.
this
Like
is-
some guy's gonna beat the fuck out of you, and he says this or that. Which one's more gay?
I'm going down.
I mean,
I couldn't take it. I could not. I couldn't. My butt won't accept. I think it would
I don't
have
think
to be
it's up
mouth.
to you. You think Andy Dufresne fucking just let him do it? Andy fought the good fight for as
That's
long
true.
as he could.
That's true.
But that doesn't. Then he's not.
I would,
no,
if I'm in
fuck.
prison, I would choose the mouth, and then I would. Nobody would ever try to. Nobody would ever try
What'd
to
you
stick.
do, like,
I'd
on,
bite it the fuck off, and
what is
nobody
that
would
movie,
ever try to stick that mother. Even if I got beat the shit
like
to
on
death.
Harold and
Yes,
Kumar go
exactly.
Guantanamo
You
Bay.
think
he bites
anybody tries to?
Bubba's dick off or whatever.
You
his name
think
is?
anybody tries to do that once they heard that's the dude? And plus, nobody messes with you the rest of the time you're in there.
I don't think
good
that's
or
true.
bad. I don't think so. I don't think you even chance it.
No, you're over there with the Carr brothers. You're probably safe.
That's what I said, man.
You met the right?
Yeah.
And BTK.
Yeah. I met him.
Were you doing work there, or just was this like
mentoring.
just hanging out with them?
Mentoring and happened to go to the wrong door.
Okay.
That guy was sitting right there.
I don't know. I was just saying, if you now how about this? As a black man, and you had to pick the wrong door to go in, would you choose to accidentally go into BTK's door or the Carr brothers' door?
We're talking free.
I'm just saying, like there's two doors. Which one would you accidentally? There's only two doors. You accidentally find yourself in one. Which one would you rather accidentally find yourself in?
I think I'd have to go with the Carr brothers because we
Would
could
you?
just play some dominoes and just kind of kick it. But
You don't think you'd have nothing in common with BTK?
how?
I don't know.
Talk-
Do you like
talking to
dogs?
Mike some more.
Oh.
Do you like dogs?
Yeah, I like dogs.
Do you like family?
Yeah.
Do you
I
like God?
Yeah, I don't like.
So
I don't-
far, you have quite a few things in common with
Yeah,
him.
I'm not. I don't think I am God.
Have you
I'm just trying to make you more relatable
have
to
you
BTK.
ever tied yourself up and jerked off before?
Well, not yet, but I heard
No.
some good
See,
things.
I'm just saying, minus the one thing you know about him, there's not everything I know about the Carr brothers is pretty bad so far, even prior to what they did there.
But that's like based off of one event.
That's
know,
true.
you
It's a
One
one
really
time
bad,
thing.
one really bad, really maybe more. That's I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if there's a win there, in that category. But I wondered.
No, I'm not gonna go with any one of them idiots.
I'm just saying, you have to.
Oh well, yeah.
Did you have any other stories?
Stories, yes, I do. I've got.
'Cause then we'll move on to sports here and your wrestling stuff. And
yeah, let me pull this one up.
I'm watching. We got in the studio going while he's pulling up some stories. We got the sports complex going. We got KU playing Omaha over here. We have Wichita State playing Central Arkansas. We're watching Monday Night Football down on this TV.
See, Deshaun Jackson was just on there. Not Deshaun Jackson. What's his name that just got put on the Ravens?
Yeah. He's gonna have to because they got like three.
He's probably
wide
still like one of the
receivers.
fastest
Oh
fuckers
yeah, I
in
think
the NFL.
he said he still runs like a 4.40 according to him.
Yeah.
Did you? Speaking of that, did you see? I don't even remember who it was on there. Chris Johnson saying he still runs a 4.3.
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt it. He just don't have the moves he had.
I mean, what happened? Did he get hurt and he retired or just gave up with it?
I think he just didn't have it no more. Those last 3 years of his career he averaged 2.3 yards a carry after those abuse years, and just like he's not a big enough running back to get those kind of carries and that kind of action. Man, you break down in that position. That's why, to me, the Emmitt Smiths, the Walter Paytons, whether they were the best every game, but the fact that you could rely on them every game was what makes them guys the best of all time. You know,
longevity.
Yeah, and I mean, playing injured in 15 seasons as a running back or 12. I mean, that's insane.
You get hit pretty hard.
Constant.
Yeah.
Even if you're not running the ball, you just go a fake. You get hit as hard as you do when you're freaking carrying the ball.
Yeah, Lee played football in Japan. Tell him about how
do you guys
they didn't know the rules or whatever.
If you guys
do
you guys got like stop if there's a penalty and you guys like have a karate match for
we settle it by breaking four.
Who can break the most boards?
Yep.
All right, first down.
First down. He did it with his head. You guys are good. Yeah, you're good. Nah, it was just rough because we didn't have a lot of teams there, so we just had to play the men. So,
okay.
We're teenagers playing men, and they did not.
They didn't take it easy on you.
They weren't like, well, they're children. They didn't know.
Yeah, we don't care.
No, they were
Fuck
like, not
them.
my kid.
Hit my news segment.
News with TJ.
Kathy Griffin was the latest casualty in Elon Musk's Twitter takeover as the comedian's account was suspended Sunday. Griffin, 62, changed her profile name to Musk and appeared to be promptly banned from the social media site. Despite her handle showing her own Kathy Griffin name, the moniker by her blue checkmark said Elon Musk, which goes against company policy for impersonation.
Freedom of speech, huh?
Yep. Well, I mean, she should have been. You know how many accounts I've had banned from Twitter for bullshit? I mean, I don't understand, but she did the whole Trump chopping off his head thing and didn't get suspended. But that just shows you just
It's all
the
fake news.
bias. Turn the damn frogs gay. That'd been perfect.
It's all fake news.
But anyway, so she's suspended. No one likes her anyways. And
She's a would she call herself a D celebrity or whatever? Like,
Shit,
when I don't even know if
she
made more money in this game than we have so far.
Well,
I
yeah.
would love to have her on the show if she's willing to be on the show.
Would you?
I'd ask her the same exact questions I asked Lee.
Okay, so
You're black?
She's the whitest black chick I've ever seen in my life.
A couple things I noticed about you.
Hey, you got some black in you?
Would
want
you?
some?
I was going to say, have you ever had any? See, that's my thing. I say I self-identify Mexican, although I don't have any Mexican in me. I've been in a little Mexican.
You've had a little Mexican.
Well,
in you.
yeah, that counts, dude.
Would you have sex with Kathy Griffin? Right
Now?
Currently.
No, I don't think. I don't think I could.
Not like news radio.
Like,
Kathy
that
Griffin.
kind of goes along with like
I
that.
gotta disappear off the thing.
His computer's dying here. We could do some. We can talk while you're doing that. Here, we're gonna turn on some music and we're gonna have Lee rap for you guys. Oh,
That would be the worst segment that you've ever. I cannot do any of that. I cannot do any of that. I cannot.
if you like I said, you'll have to after this. We're gonna upload the shows. I screwed up some audio and I apologize to our guest. We're gonna have to do some fixing here, but we did have a pretty good interview. I think my questions were like the soft, like the layups, and then TJ was kind of the really getting to know him serious side. So I'm gonna try to maybe even cut that into 2 segments, so I can do one that's like a barstool type, and then one's get to know Lee. So we'll figure out how we're gonna do that. No matter how we do it, I'll have this in here.
A black man with a funny name.
to start it.
Levois Damon Eastrel.
See, that's where we're going to get to. When we introduced him as Lee, and as TJ told me about him, he's got like 6 names, but that he goes by, and we're the only one of, or 2 of 14 people that call him Lee. Everybody else's life has called him Bam or Lavoie or, you know, whatever, however they tried to say Lavoie. Lapoy.
Can you explain that?
Is that a French name? Or is that, yeah.
My mom was a hippie, so.
Fuck yeah, see, she had hung out with my dad. That'd get all on good as long as she liked white guys.
Well, she maintained a career in the military for 20-some years.
As a hippie?
As a hippie, so it's quite impressive.
Hell yeah, man. So I assumed when he told me your name, you were from like, New Orleans or Louisiana or something, or your family maybe from that area. It just seems like a Cajun name or like a French type name. No, you don't know why you were named that?
Yeah, it's just, my brother's name was Lee Edward, and I think she wanted to go
something to go with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, yeah.
I mean, my daughter's name's Blaze, and my son's name's Isaac, but spelled Izzic, so Isaac. So
All right. Yeah. No, that makes sense. I mean,
he's gonna go by something different, I'm sure. Ryan, his middle name when he gets older, but
it's more professional. I can see it just be want to be Blaze.
Well, my daughter Blaze,
Yeah.
but when you meet her and it makes sense, Everybody, I was a big stoner back then. We've told the story on I don't know if I've ever told it on here, but I was a troublemaker, and she put a fire under my ass to straighten my life, and that's actually kind of where the name came from. It also conveniently fit that I was a pothead, but
yeah.
But that there's probably going to be some of that. Welcome to the stage, Blaze.
I don't think so.
She's super smart.
No, she's going to work for the FBI. She's going to be doing background checks on you, and no.
Man, Lee just kind of got revenge just a little bit right there.
That's okay. I gave him an hour long of black stuff. If I got one dancer thing out of my daughter Blaze, I think that's a fair return.
Yep.
And the fact that my daughter's beautiful enough to do it, that's also I'll take as a compliment. So
My granddaughter's name's Forever.
I was going to do Mercedes, but you're right. That's why I didn't, because I was afraid.
Welcome to the stage, Mercedes.
She's got
girls don't even do that anymore. It's OnlyFans. And her handle is forever at
For my, if you want to catch a case.
Did you have any?
She's just a baby.
Did you have any other stories, or we're gonna move on to sports?
Well, I did just pull something up here, and it is wrestling related, but it's top 10 wrestlers to never main event. You just made the list. You just did make my list. Okay, who would you think? Name me 2 people that have pretty famous wrestlers have never main evented WrestleMania.
Junkyard Dog.
I'm talking like Hall of Fame calibers.
He's not Hall of Fame?
I think he might be in there, but he's not.
Coco Beware.
Okay.
Jimmy Fly Super Snuka.
Lee, would you like to participate in this?
I don't know. Jake the Snake. No, he did do WrestleMania.
Yeah,
but he never main
Never
evented.
main evented. Jake the Snake Roberts.
I don't think he's
Big Boss Man.
He's not on this
He
list
invented
either.
the DDT.
Who? Big Boss
Jake
Man?
the Snake.
Oh
The
yeah.
Snake did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why are you rubbing your head?
Coming in.
He gets frustrated with wrestling stuff when you don't have it, man.
Coming in at number 10, Kane, which you would think when Kane and Undertaker wrestled each other.
But
that
it's
would have been,
headlined
but
the
it wasn't.
main match.
I'm talking about main event.
Okay, yeah. He was never a mainline.
Booker T.
Yeah.
Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. But he has one of the most famous.
He was going to be on mine, but he was probably got the most famous Intercontinental match ever.
Yeah,
at
him
one.
and Macho Man.
Yeah.
Macho Man Randy Savage, yeah.
I don't know about this one. Owen Hart.
I think he was huge for a
He
minute.
kinda
and then-
quit.
but he dropped out of nowhere and then.
He was more like the tag team.
Did you hear what he just said?
Dropped out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
That was pretty good. I mean, like on the spot, like he just suddenly quit, just dropped out, quit.
Okay,
Bret Hart's gonna show up here and beat the shit out of us.
I think I could take him at this point.
At this point, yeah, because this guy who hurt Bret Hart has never main evented a WrestleMania.
Goldberg?
Yep.
Goldberg's never main.
Nope.
Really?
They did, but see when he did
Yeah, so-
because when they brought him over there, they hated him when he came.
Well, his first WrestleMania was WrestleMania 20, and he wrestled Brock Lesnar. It wasn't main event because they were both quitting at the time. And I think the main event that year was actually Eddie Guerrero and somebody.
But even before that, when they first brought him,
No,
over,
that was his first. He was there for 1 year and 1 year
Oh,
only.
is that?
Yeah. He might have been there he was only one WrestleMania. So then he quit, and then when he came back again, he also wrestled Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, but he was a champ at that time. Rey Mysterio, Eddie Guerrero, which I guess I lied about that. I thought it must have been Benoit, which
he was just hanging out waiting
around,
for his title
hanging
shot.
out for his shot. Sting,
Hanging out for a shot. That's funny.
Sting.
But he never was a WWE guy, man.
Yeah, he did get a wrestle. He wrestled
Triple H.
Triple H.
And that was when both factions came out. And that was when NWA came out for Sting and
CM Punk, CM Pussboy, and
Your
the
favorite.
number one, who's the greatest wrestler of all time?
The greatest wrestler of all time? Sting and Goldberg. You've already talked about him.
No.
Well, Hogan's probably the greatest of all time.
Oh, well, he's did it several.
I know. So
I know, but who is the greatest wrestler of all time?
Ric Flair?
Yes.
But again, he was never at WWE in those
He was
years.
in the 90s. He was WWE champion. He won the WWE championship at a Royal Rumble, so he had to have lost it
That's what
between
I'm saying.
there.
But they never put him over the same as those guys that made their fame in WCW, and that never got put over the same way there, man.
But
every one of them.
So he had to have lost it at some point after he won it at Royal Rumble.
I'm sure.
I don't believe any of those names are true. I could swear I've seen some of those people.
They've been at. But he's saying the main fight, the number one. He's not
these
saying
guys have been at WrestleMania. I'm talking about the main event. Headlined WrestleMania.
No, because for every just like right now you have Roman Reigns and whoever he's
getting ready
fighting.
to do his seventh one.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And then it was Hogan and whoever he was fighting. I think for 5 in a row.
I think
it was Ultimate Warrior and Macho Man. It was it was before that it was Andre the Giant and whoever for I mean they had the guys that and then The Rock, he would come back and headline one out of nowhere.
Yeah. Well, he'll be there this year if they do it. But
I don't know if
anyways,
he'll
let's get
headline,
into. He will if it'll be
I guess
against
if it's
Roman.
them two.
So we had Crown. What is it? Crown Royal. Gosh dang it! Crown Jewel this weekend in Saudi Arabia.
And now, wrestling news with TJ.
And Roman has done 6 main events, so this will be his 7th tying him with Triple H, and then Hogan's done 8.
Are you a wrestling guy, Lee? Are you an old school or new school?
I used to watch wrestling back in the day. I watch it every now and then, especially since he's been talking about it. Yeah, I've been kind of watching it.
I'm more of an old school guy.
Yeah,
I
old school,
I still, when we talk about it more, I find myself, I try to watch some of the newer stuff, but what I find myself is going and finding old batches. I have like a YouTube page, and I know I can go find it anywhere.
Peacock, yeah.
Yeah, but they pick the matches, so it's all these weird, like
NWA stuff.
and
shit
before
like that,
even,
AWA.
and like all these 80s, it's cool to me to see.
It's cool, yeah. So we had the Crown Jewel this week.
So who were our matches at Crown Jewel?
Well, we had. It started out.
I think we all know the head. Well, not every.
Yeah,
most
I mean,
people
most
know,
people do.
Even
know.
if you're not a wrestling person now, because
Yeah, I mean, hell, if you're just a kid, like my girls walked by Bella and Bristol, and they were like,
the acclaim that match got after I was
that Logan Paul? I was like, yeah, it is. But I mean, I'll get into that in a second. But so they had the women's tag team championship, which had been it was horrible. Dakota Kai and Io Sky. What are they from? I can't remember what they call themselves, but anyways, they beat Alexa Bliss and Asuka. And Alexa
Bliss is my girl, right?
She's just
the
not.
one.
Yeah, she's
She's the one that played the creepy character.
Well, the Bray Wyatt one. She's just not as hot. Like, she's lost her thickness. My wife says she looks better, but I think her thickness has gone away. You know who Alexa Bliss is?
Yeah, she's a matter of fact that weird guy that came back.
Bray Wyatt. Yep.
Yeah, is that the Fiend?
Yeah.
Fiend. Yeah, I like Fiend, but yeah.
He's back, but he's doing something else. Then it was Brock and Bobby Lashley. I don't know, man. Who won? That Brock won, but it was kind of weird. So, Bobby Lashley's finisher is a Hurt Lock, which is basically a full Nelson, which anybody can get out of. I don't understand that. So Brock kind of ran up on the ropes and pushed back and landed on him while he was still in it. And he kept the lock on him, and he just got the 3 count on him like that. But then I saw...
Have you ever been thrown in a full Nelson by a powerful dude?
Not by like a real wrestler or anything like that.
I don't like that they do it standing. As soon as they would drop, you're not getting out of
Yeah.
his, plain and simple. I mean, there's maybe 4 people in this world that could get out of that, and those would only be the 2 people who
But they-
couldn't get it around all the way.
Oh, his was, I mean, he was like just
I couldn't-
barely.
Yeah.
So he
Nelson's
won
pretty
that.
rough, man.
Huh?
Full Nelson's pretty
Yeah, but I mean, the way they do it, it looks like shit.
Boy, yeah.
Like,
Well, that's
'cause
right.
it's wrestling.
Yeah,
It's- I
yeah.
mean-
So
Most of it looks like shit if you judge it off of realness.
they said that he put it on after they cut away and left him in the ring. So I'm guessing they're gonna do a third match.
So that was
between those
him
guys.
and who now?
Bobby Lashley and Brock.
Okay, that's what I thought. This is like their 15th.
Second. It's only the second time. They had their first one at the Royal Rumble
They
earlier
just had
this year.
So they just had like I thought they had a rivalry going for quite a while.
So it was at Royal Rumble of this year. Bobby Lashley had the title, and that's when they put the title back on Brock so Roman could take it from him at WrestleMania.
we do agree those are probably the 2 true baddest guys.
Now, what I think they should do is they should do a legit real MMA match between those guys because he fought in Bellator. Brock was a UFC champion. I think the only reason why they won't is because Brock will probably beat the fuck out of him, and they don't want to ruin Bobby Lashley.
Well,
like that.
I was gonna say, and Bobby Lashley, like if they tested him for roids, there's no chance he's
but
not.
they could probably just do a
like a fake MMA style one. You're saying because
they could
WWE
play
can't
like a wrestling
WWE can't sanction fights like that. That's why they can't have.
do it, but they could do an
wanted
uncommissioned one or
no,
something like
I don't
that.
think they can because I don't think they can.
You don't think they did that? Remember when they did that?
That's why they don't have boxing matches. They tried,
But they did that.
not real ones though.
Yeah, they did.
Who?
They did that with what's his name? He was
Because you don't think that they would take advantage of all that. that's
JBL
going-
got knocked out. All these dudes got knocked out in that thing. It was like Tough Man, but it
Yeah.
was like stand up. I can't remember what they called that.
Yeah, I
but-
know you can't do it because of sanctioning stuff and all that, and then you'll have even.
Yeah,
if,
as long as it was, I don't know. That'd be a good question.
yeah, I guess.
But
we'd
that
have to
would be
see.
cool though.
Yeah,
I mean, just like the boxing commission.
Yeah.
They need to,
I mean, they're not
but even
testing
like
Jake Paul
Barstool,
and-
they don't do.
It'd have to be something
like that, yeah.
But they would kind of defeat the purpose if they can't like take each other to the ground and kick and tackle and all that stuff.
So you're wanting them to go like a backyard brawl thing.
I would just like a real MMA match, but I don't
drunk
know.
uncle.
What if Dana could make it happen somehow? If they could,
Yeah, I've heard Brock's got some things wrong with him, which
he's got diverticulitis,
but diverticulitis.
diverticulitis.
You know,
but-
that's from eating too much meat. Your
No.
throat. You'd think your throat would hurt more too.
well, how come you don't have it?
I don't
you're,
know.
You're the one that's gay.
Eating so much
You're
meat. Oh,
Gay.
man.
Gay. Okay, so so then the Usos wrestled the Brawling Brutes. That was a pretty awesome match. They're so good. Like it's almost like they're twins and they can read each other's minds.
Well, they practice.
Yeah,
They're still not better than Legion of Doom, but
yeah, they would
I'll-
fucking.
and I'd even probably put.
British Bulldogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did like them Marty or God damn it,
Were the
Davy Boy
Rockers.
Smith and God, I can't remember the other.
He's dead too.
Yeah.
They're both dead.
My Marty Jannetty and Shawn Michaels.
The Rockers. So
What was the Harlem Heat was where I was going to go for
Yeah.
our studio
Booker T.
guest.
No, thank you. Thank you.
Have you ever? Never mind.
You had to bring
What were you going to bring up? Black babies not being as important or what?
I was
well,
gonna
that,
just
that
see.
tag team wasn't as important as the other tag team.
Well, they're both
Yeah,
in
they're
there.
not as important as.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, have you ever seen the one with Booker T where he's saying Hulk Hogan? You ever seen that?
the interview he did when
Yeah,
he was,
he's like, Hulk Hogan, we coming for you.
yeah. I
And
see
then he's
that.
like, his brother's back there like, yeah. And then what's her name? That Sensational Sherry's like, yeah, it's
Man,
all right. I
Stevie
can't
Ray
believe
was
you just
always
said
so much
that."
bigger. I never knew why
Dude,
they
he
ever
was
tried to put
jacked,
him
man.
over, man.
No,
I don't
he
think he
was-
moved as good.
Yeah, but
'cause
he was
al-
just like,
yeah, he was that
built
original
like a brick shit
yeah,
house, man. So the Usos won that. Now, if you did notice, Sammy wasn't there.
Sami Zayn.
Yeah, he can't come there. He's not allowed
Who?
in there.
Who? Oh, he can't go to Saudi
Yeah,
Arabia.
he-
That's right.
If I mean,
'Cause he
sorry,
is
even though
Saudi.
he's
He's the
white-
whitest Saudi ever.
Yeah, he's
we talked
Syrian.
about that last show.
So like Syrian and Saudis don't, they don't get along, so he's not allowed.
But he
to
could
go.
just say he's Irish. He could stop, and
Yeah,
nobody would
but
disbelieve
I think those
it.
kind of people are pretty like.
They know.
Yeah, no, I think they're like pretty They don't disavow their religions
I know.
or
I'm
whatever.
just messing.
So, anyways,
Well,
then
it does already because he wrestles and he's on TV and he's doing all
and
kinds.
he's got the shit all down the side of his pants.
and all the yeah.
Yeah,
Bray
they're really-
Wyatt
they're
came
really
out.
serious about that stuff.
Yeah, they're a little serious about it. It's not like me where I'm like, I was Catholic. Yeah, no, I wasn't molested.
We
No,
know you were.
No, me and Conrad didn't get fucked with when we were kids.
But, well,
Didn't happen.
Well, you gotta say that to get the payoff, right?
My parents must have got it because I didn't. Just
you
kidding.
waited too long. It's statute of limitations. We talked about that with Lee
Yeah.
earlier.
Okay. So then Bianca Belair and Bailey wrestled. That was
You
a
don't
pretty good
like her. I like
I
her.
don't
She's
like
my
her.
favorite.
Not because she's black. I just don't
See,
like her.
exactly. I
He-
like her.
He thought I was gonna say
She's got
that.
a mean track and field game. That
Yeah.
she's got a killer body.
I
She
have
is the most athletic chick in, and maybe
Besides
she's
Charlotte.
a top 25. No, Charlotte's a better wrestler, not near as athletic.
Charlotte's pretty fucking athletic.
She's
man.
not, but not like that, dude. That's not the same.
She's not like.
She's white athletic. No,
Yeah, there's a difference now that you pointed out like that.
Like
That's
she don't
white
have them
athletic.
jeans, man.
no, she
Extra bone in her
that
foot.
that athleticism and just her overall performance, like
I
that's
just
what.
can't stand, and I've told Lee this, and you know
don't like
this.
the hair, I
I can't
know.
can the fucking
But
skipping
that's-
around bullshit.
But that's
It's
just
old.
like certain. But everybody's got their gimmick,
and
man.
she's always like,
it's like the Miz with his black coat. I hated it, but that was his gimmick.
every time before she comes out there, she's like about like she's gonna fucking cry.
That's her
she's just
track
like, Liv.
star thing. That's how she got ready to run. Have you ever, Liv, you're talking about no, but Bianca.
But Liv's the
did you
same
ever
way.
watch her run track?
Did she cry before she's about to run?
Yeah. It
I
was
don't
a-
think so.
It
I
was an
bet she
orgasmic
fucking
experience for her.
dominating
Okay,
people. Yeah. Anyways,
it's a breathing exercise.
that was actually had a. I'm sure there's been a finish like that before, but I haven't really seen it. It was the
that
last.
one pushed it for him. He covered his face on that one.
He's
Everything
pretty
we've
pissed
done.
off at you. You
can't.
fucking him up, man.
I can't with you guys.
It took
You guys,
It took
what do you
40
mean?
It took 41 minutes into the second show that he couldn't do it with us. so
yeah.
He
we'll
said
see if he wants to come back.
What do you mean by you guys?
Yeah, what
you
does that mean?
people is
You were
what I
talking about
meant.
white people?
White
Are you
in
talking
general, yes. I was thinking about white people in general.
Oh my
I
goodness.
had one hit me. Now I'm sitting next to two crazy ones.
Oh man,
Oh,
I felt
Jesus.
bad when he said you were coming over. Boy,
So it was a last woman standing, instead of last man, and it ended with Bailey was trying to set it up, but ended up backfiring her. She was going to try to put Bianca in a ladder and then like pin her in the corner, but ended up getting reversed on her. But so she put her in a ladder, shoved her underneath the rope, and then she couldn't get out of the ladder. She was her head was by the hinged part of the ladder, so. And her feet were underneath the thing, so she couldn't slide out. And Bailey's got that big old booty, and she couldn't get out of there, so she was stuck.
So who won?
Bianca did.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
she's still champ. And then I did skip past it. It was we had Braun Strowman and Almost. Have you seen him?
No, I haven't. I missed it for the past couple of weeks. I've been working late.
You've never seen him though. Almost.
yeah, I
He's humongous. He's 7'3". Like,
Oh, the one that just started coming in a few weeks ago.
yeah. Well, he's been around for a while. He was with AJ Styles for like he's probably been around for 2 years, but he's humongous. 7'3", 416 is what they're saying about him.
Oh Jesus.
But I think he was I think he really is. I don't know if he's from Nigeria or where he's from, but he's like talks with that accent that they have, and he was sitting. This is the first time I've really heard him do the things that he does, like talking shit. Like the whole match, he was like, "Get up," because they were doing the monster match basically. Because Braun Strowman, do you know who he is?
Yeah, I know.
He's fucking huge. He's
Yeah.
like 6'8", 340
And they're all huge.
pounds. But this dude's like Braun's looking up to him. I mean, Braun don't look up
Jesus.
to very many people. Ended with Braun pinning a running power slam on him, and he pinned Almost for the win. So
Damn, just to pick that dude up, man. Imagine
he
that.
tried like he was supposedly like, well, not supposedly, he was like a big time power lifter. But what's the other thing they do?
strongman.
Strongman. He was doing strongman, so he's got that. He was like when he first came in, he was like 400 pounds, but now he's like got abs and he's ripped. But I think he kind of pushed him off the ropes, and he kind of came with some momentum, and
him out.
he got him up, but he held him and he slammed him. So that was earlier.
While we're on big man slams, real quick, who did it better, Warrior or Hogan slamming Andre the Giant?
Warrior never slammed Andre.
I thought he did.
No,
Didn't he slam
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan though?
he slammed Hogan,
Hulk
but
Hogan, yeah.
Hogan. Actually, honestly, if you want to go the best big man slams ever, it'd be on the Big Show. One being Goldberg jackhammering him.
Off the top rope. You talking when they broke the
No,
stage?
that was the suplex. I'm talking about when Goldberg actually jackhammered him. but that was when he was like ripped Big Show. But the best, and this is in my opinion, was Cesaro. He body slammed Big Show over the top ropes in a battle royal before.
Cesaro's strong, man.
Oh, dude, yeah. Well, I guess I was wrong. I didn't know
What
that.
are you talking about, man? And other than him being a racist POS, he was my favorite wrestler probably of all time until I actually learned about the guy.
So that must have been later.
Yeah, he was the second person to ever slam him. But he
didn't know
actually
that.
picked him up.
That was actually pretty good.
Yeah, he picks him up without no momentum, without him jumping. He literally picks him up and slams him. Hogan's, you watch him jump into it.
Yeah,
Warrior was, to me, probably one of the
he's
strongest.
A piece of shit, though.
Yeah, biggest piece of shit, but he was the strongest wrestler besides maybe the Barbarian
I don't
ever.
know.
And
Like I was just saying, Cesaro is probably like the strongest, like pound for pound dude I've ever seen in wrestling. Insane strength.
It's insane.
So
well, yeah, but I don't know that he's. I guess I don't know.
we also had Judgment Day and the OC. I could give 2 cares
Don't
about
care.
that.
So now go to your main event. Is that where we're at?
Drew McIntyre and Karrion Kross. That was it was a cage match. It kind of had a weird finish to it because Drew was going over the top of it, which I think they should take the door away. Karrion was trying to crawl out, and he was like right there at the same time Drew was coming down. Nobody like ever goes from the top and just falls down.
Yeah,
It's got to
they
be
climb
like
down
you
it.
got to climb down it.
Except Mick Foley.
Yeah, he came down hard.
He fell off of it once on accident, and then
Tooth in his nose.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So Drew won that. Then the main event, Roman and Logan Paul, and I said it the last time we talked about him. The dude is just insanely fucking athletic.
Well, I think it was like our second or third podcast that I, started out and I said, man, I kind of like Logan Paul all of a sudden.
I know.
He was like
we both sit there and talked about how we
even-
don't want to like him, but it's like, holy shit.
even besides his athleticism and like once you get past the stupid shit that he's done, like listen to him just talk, what a lot of he did was for views and all that. He's
like a modern day Miz, really.
He's pretty bright,
except for way
though.
more athletic.
Yeah, I was gonna say Miz is a horrible wrestler.
He's not horrible. He's just not.
He's
athletic.
Yeah.
He's like Punk.
But Logan Paul in 3 matches is better than Miz ever was.
He's more athletic than Miz.
More entertaining.
He's just got to get he's new. Like people would take this the wrong way, but you liked it on Facebook when I said he's better than almost half the people on AEW's roster.
Yeah.
He's better than anybody that I personally
Now, I
know
will
that's
say
a wrestler.
that so far they've put him in there with guys that know how to do shows like that, and that has made him.
Yeah, but
you hear about that with though. But seriously, hear about that with guys like Bret Hart and stuff. He
carries people. That's what they call carrying people.
Yeah, he made. And I'm not saying Logan Paul did all those things, but so far his 3 matches have been against awesome guys that put on awesome
his
matches.
first match was a tag team with Miz against the Mysterios. His second match was against Miz.
Yeah.
So I mean, Miz is probably the one of the most safest wrestlers in WWE. He's never gets hurt. He's been there forever.
And
Miz is a first ballot Hall of Famer. He's the only yes. He's Grand Slam champion. He's one of the best wrestlers WWE's ever had. But what I'm saying is
He's no CM Punk.
Who's the guy that's had in his 3rd match ever. He is the most athletic dude. He could if he wanted to seriously just do WWE and just wrestle, kind of like how the Miz did. He could be as good as anybody that there's ever been.
All right, move on. You got to get going on this. We're 48 minutes into a show and we haven't even got to anything.
Well, he did something that I've never seen before. He did a frog star splash from the top rope holding a cell phone, and was live streaming it. He landed on Roman, and how did he say it? He goes,
"You're going viral."
Yeah, he said, "This is what you want, Saudi." And he's like, "Hey, Roman, you're going viral." And he jumps down there through the Roman on the announce table, doesn't drop the camera, and he has it perfectly on himself. He takes it from.
You can tell he's been trained to have a camera.
He has it on himself where you see it. Pull it up.
It goes
Casey.
away. It goes away.
Make me want to see this thing.
Yeah, pull it up.
He goes away when right when he hits him.
But he doesn't drop it.
Well, that's a millennial.
Yeah. Supposedly too. Halfway through
that's SummerSlam, damn it.
Halfway through the match, he tore his ACL, MCL, and his meniscus, and you would never know. He was doing flips and all kinds of crazy athletic shit. The dude is just. His boys got involved, which Casey and I talked about. Yeah, here it is. I mean, just
he's holding the camera.
Yeah, he's just holding it, And that's where he's telling you, Roman, you're about to go viral.
And it wasn't a frog splash; it was an elbow drop.
Well, whatever. He did a really good.
But that was basically he did the Macho Man elbow.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, except for he landed flush on him. He didn't land on his side, but
Still impressive.
That was
dude
pretty
is
badass.
impressive. He did. So then the Usos did come out and they drug his two boys off that he does his podcast with and beat the shit out of both of them. And then
We're supposed to be on the Impulsive podcast here pretty soon. They're trying to get us.
it's just our schedule. It's kind of
well,
hard
it was
to work around.
they were trying to. They were. If the Island Boys backed out for a second appearance, we were going to be their backup. So we'll see.
I don't know. It's Logan's supposed to email me again. I don't know. We'll see. Then Jake came out and he punched both the Usos and knocked them out. And then Solo come out, and then they were going to get together, and they kind of separated them because they don't want to ruin Solo's, mystique of being this big badass brawler or whatever.
Yeah, because I seen where he got him with whatever he's calling his super punch, the punch out of nowhere or whatever they call
one punch, one lucky punch.
One lucky
He
punch.
got like things in his.
Yeah, he's supposed to have.
Yeah, but I'll say he does make a badass like wrestling punch, and if he didn't actually connect with that one, then he's even because Roman's. Because the way he swings it, you can see it miss.
Yeah, his was fucking quick.
It was mean though,
He's
but
fast.
luckily it missed because it would have knocked him out.
Yeah.
But that spear, I don't know how nobody can figure out the spear quite right. You have to be the taker has to take it right.
Yeah, you gotta take it right, but Roman does it safe. Like when he first came in, he was fucking cutting dudes
Goring.
in half.
He was truly
like
goring
Goldberg
people,
was.
yeah.
But yeah, his looks good. And
Rhino.
Rhino was the gore is what Casey's calling. When Goldberg was doing it, he was really trying to fucking kill people anyways. But yeah, it was awesome. I give Logan all the props in the world, just like last time. When we're on his podcast, we'll have to talk about it.
But Roman Reigns came out on top. He speared
the
him.
champion still.
Yeah. You figured you knew they weren't gonna too early.
So I think next month it's gonna be 3 years since Roman's taken a pin. He hasn't been pinned in 3 years.
Well, I don't know. I mean, whatever. It sells tickets. Eventually you got to knock him off. At least make it interesting.
From what I read the other day is that they have a person in mind.
Some people won't. You hear about the champions that want it to move around because it's more interesting. You hear about the guys that won't let it go. I don't know if it's the powers that be or him, but I think we talked about. I think it's gonna have. It's gonna have something to do with Usos and Sammy fucking it up for him at some point. Yeah, The Rock coming in and doing it, and then
They're
losing
not
it
gonna
right.
put the title on the
but then
Rock.
lose it right away
Yeah,
or something.
He might lose it before WrestleMania, and then he doesn't need the belt to be the main event.
So what was your take? Good show.
Good show.
But that match was by far the best.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't watch it at work today.
There you go. So that was our wrestling news with TJ. Oh, they didn't have quite the same power. So, did you watch much college football this weekend?
I watched the KU game. I had the KU game on the TV. I don't have this sick setup here. I kept telling my wife, I said, I need to go watch this at Casey so I can have the KU game on one, and then I could have that number 1, number 3, Tennessee and Georgia play, but that game
was horrible, man. That was one like we talked about, obviously leading up to that. So I wrote down a couple things. We have your KU update, which is KU looked really good.
KU is bowl eligible for the first time since 2008.
Dominating fashion. Michigan, which is, if you listen to the show, that's my team. Super slow start, big finish. I mean, they should again, but that's kind of that look over game, getting ready for Illinois and then Iowa State or Ohio State, and that decides where you go. But Georgia Tennessee helped because Tennessee getting smacked like that, I think sticks with, why would you want to put them back in there to play again with as bad as they looked? Alabama losing to LSU, and especially with how bad LSU looked to start. There was already people after week 3 saying get Kelly out of there and all that.
I still hate him.
Yeah, but he's doing good there, but you better with that many 5 stars. And then followed right up behind that, the team he just left is Clemson getting beat down by Notre Dame. Yeah. I mean, just absolutely smacked in the mouth and embarrassing. I mean, like Clemson, and I guess the only reason I bring it up with so much emphasis is because the rankings come out and Michigan only puts up 27 points and gives up 7, and they move Clemson above them in the rankings, and
Well.
it hurt. And they proved why they shouldn't be.
That was weird, though.
That's what they do. You're not going to have 2 Big Ten teams. I think it's that. But why not? I mean, they're 2 of the best teams in the country right now.
So the other thing is that we talked about was Liberty, who beat Arkansas. And now, do you know what Liberty's mascot is or what they are?
I know they're the ultimate Christian school. That's why I've been trying to get you to watch the Jerry
I'm
Falwell
going to watch
special.
it. Do you know what they are, Lee?
No.
The Liberty Flames.
Yep.
So they're ranked number 19. They're just one above Notre Dame, who will probably be number 1 next week if they win.
If they win again.
If they win one more game, they will be ranked number 1.
TCU did not look great, but they won again. And, I mean, they didn't look great. They won by 10, but you're going to slip up when you're undefeated and you're not used to doing it.
So they play Texas this week,
Yep.
Baylor, and Iowa State. So they
have 3 losable games or 2 losable games and 3
Baylor's look like shit. They're
but
going to
3
pound their ass.
Yeah, but Baylor, which Baylor shows up, I guess, the Baylor that played Oklahoma this week?
And
of course, Oklahoma, obviously.
I think, when we had our predictions of what we thought our teams were going to do, I picked KU for 8-4. We're sitting in perfect position to get to that 8-4. I would think we could even finish 9-3 at this point. The games we have lost, we've been in. We don't have our starting quarterback. Our backup quarterback is starting to look better and better. He's fast as fuck, boy.
I don't have that
And,
pulled up, but yeah, they could also. What I picked them at 3, and so they're not going to get 4 and something as well.
Well, they're 6-3 right now. They got Texas Tech.
But I think I went back at the end. I said at most they win this year is 6. So I'm not out.
You're not out, but yeah, they got Texas Tech this week. They're going to win that game. They have
Hopefully.
Texas and they have Kansas State.
Yeah.
And I would really like them to win all 3 of those
Obviously.
games, especially the last game.
It'd be a good finish to the year. It'd be good for recruiting. Michigan's only got Illinois and Ohio State left. And
who's your team, Lee? You're a KU fan, right?
Of course. KU team, of course.
Is that your football team too? Do you have a I mean, everybody's if you're a KU fan, you can be a fan of them now and in 2007. But
I've never not been a KU fan.
I've never talked to you about. I've never talked to you about college football with KU until this year and in 2007.
Well, there
and we've
wasn't
been
a whole
friends
lot
for
to talk. There wasn't a whole lot to talk about. I'm not going to be like, "Hey, man, did you see our team get their asses kicked last week? It's fucking awesome, man."
I know. I just.
Hey, Alki.
I was gonna say.
This is my brother.
That's how he sounds, man.
That's how he sounds, man.
We need to get him on.
I did
fly
have
him out here, Lee.
Ohio State, struggled against Northwestern in some bad weather. But
Sarah bet on that on DraftKings. She's always coming up with shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, "You just did the fucking money line on Northwestern." And she's like, "But I'm winning." I was like, "Babe, it's the first quarter. It's 7-0." And I was like, "They're probably gonna win by 50." And then she's like, she was on it. She was like, "No, look." And I was like, "Oh shit."
Yeah, they stayed. That was actually a
I
good
couldn't
game.
believe that.
Yeah, and like even that. Like, I know you don't like Kansas State. That might have been just the second half of that might have been one of the best football games this weekend. Just watching them, it was a fun game. That was one of those. I have no dog in the race. Those are sometimes the.
I wish I would have watched the LSU.
Speaking of, you're not a pit bull
game.
guy, right? Okay.
Right, no. Yorkie.
Did you have anything else on college football?
No, I just
was
wish I would have watched the Alabama.
So they don't do
LSU game.
They don't do the college one, the playoff one again till week 11 or whatever. So next week they didn't do the ranking one this week.
Why is that?
I don't know.
They
what,
just do it every 2 weeks. or
Yeah,
what?
they do the initial one and then they wait or whatever. So the new AP poll: Georgia 1, Ohio State, Michigan 3, TCU finally makes the top 4, round out top 10.
Oh.
Tennessee, Oregon, LSU, USC, UCLA, and Alabama. Still, you cannot at 7-2. They will not drop them out of the top 10.
Yeah, but they've got way more wins and way better wins than everybody else here. The only thing that's why when I clicked on it first, it was college football playoffs, and Tennessee was still number 1. I was like, what the hell? But that's why, because it makes more sense.
Yeah, they update that again, so we'll see what the new one looks like. I think next week.
Notre Dame's 25th in the coaches though, but they're like, what did we say?
In the AP, Notre Dame's 20.
Yeah, I guarantee. I don't know. Let's see here. They got
And then my favorite one, of course, like Penn
Navy
State.
this week.
It's just a weird top. Like this is one of those years where any team kind of could do it, but the top, 10 teams are kind of really the top 10 teams. I don't see a lot of these teams outside the top 10 competing with many of them inside the top 10.
Who did USC lose to?
Early in the year to Utah or something dumb. I don't remember. It was. early in the season.
No, it wasn't. Oh, they lost to Notre Dame.
There
No,
you go.
no, they haven't played
No,
Notre
I was
Dame.
gonna say, no, they didn't.
Yeah, they lost to Utah.
That's what I said.
42-43.
That was pretty early
That
in
was
the season.
October 15th.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
Basketball, college basketball's back on. We got
yeah, that's
we
what
got
I
our
was
two
going to say.
teams on here.
It's
And
NCAA started. It's crazy. This is like
It
my
just
favorite time of year. Football's getting into
baseball just ended.
getting into this.
Jesus Christ! Did you just see that block?
I did forget to start off the show with the Astros won the World Series, and who cares?
Yeah, I mean,
I didn't even watch
That, God, I feel bad for baseball. Like, it's been struggling the last couple of years, and then you end up with the World Series. You could have listened though. You could have had Yankees, Dodgers. You could have had.
wouldn't matter.
What do you mean?
I mean, it wouldn't matter. Wouldn't make it where anybody would watch.
No,
it.
but Yankees Dodgers is one. You have the two biggest fan bases in history, and they were right on the cusp of playing each other. And instead, you end up with the Phillies and.
But I mean, I still don't think like any more people would watch it.
I think you're.
You think?
Yes, I really
Well,
do.
all I know is that I was thinking about it the other day because I knew that it had happened and they had just won, and I was thinking, man, you usually see it everywhere. And I
got a
was
little
at the-
thing come through my phone. It's like, shh.
Yeah.
Astros won the World Series.
I was
you
at
don't
the
want-
gym this morning. It was like 5:00 in the morning, and I finally saw like a highlight of it. I was like, that's the first thing I've
but
seen of it.
They are the cheating team that got all that stuff taken away. You don't want to, but you don't want to.
I've got a bunch of buddies that are from Houston, pipeline buddies, and my buddy Eric Rouse is like, we beat that team, and he's like all talking of fucking, who gives a shit? Nobody cares about Houston.
Yeah, no,
not really.
no, not at all.
Or baseball.
So I'm excited for basketball. We got preseason stuff going on.
I think this is real. Yeah.
But for in the logistics of it, this is their preseason. I mean, you're playing Washburn and we're playing
Omaha.
I know.
Look at
I'm
Grady
joking.
Dick. White lightning right there.
Yeah, he's good.
He is good.
What
else we got? Your team didn't even play this week. His team played though.
It was kind of a break week for me. Me and TJ, I made him go help me with Christmas lights yesterday. So we listened to a little bit of football,
and I'm not sore. My back and feet don't hurt.
My takeaway,
Been a while.
my takeaway for NFL this week, and we'll discuss it more, is Green Bay's bad.
Yep.
Tampa,
What do you think is going to happen there?
I think he stays, and he keeps blaming I mean, you can't get rid of him right now, and
Isn't he like 3-year contract?
yeah, I think he just I don't
$50 million a year for 3 years or something like that.
33 something, and then some bonus stuff. But yeah, he's there for a while.
You think he'll just call it quits after the season?
I don't know. He looks a little bit broken more every game. That this one 9-15 to Detroit. If
we'll have to listen tomorrow on.
But there's a
Pat
meme
show
that
and
was
see what he says.
there was a meme going around where Brady and Rodgers meet in the center field to shake hands, and it just says we should have retired. No, like this. Yes.
Did Skip play yesterday?
I didn't see. I
Gosh,
didn't
dang
see
it.
anything on that. Cincinnati looked dominant. Tampa Bay gets a win. That was his longest losing streak of his career, which, God dang it, that guy's a freak when your longest losing streak is 3 games,
yeah.
and you're 22 seasons in. The Jets are freaking good. I mean, they're good. I said it after week 3 jokingly. After week 4, I did it with some hesitation. After week 5, I'm like, maybe. And they're good, man. And they looked – that defense is legit. If that young or that old pussy hitter doesn't throw up a whole bunch of mistakes.
You think he gets that much old pussy or what?
I don't know, for real or not. I mean, that was the story. But if he doesn't make mistakes, they're good. Raiders are bad, and not even – bad doesn't even describe it. Kiffin that's stay in college, buddy. And the Vikings are legit. I mean, 7-1. That they have a real stretch coming up. So I actually put Vikings legit ? They have a real stretch coming up. We'll find out. But they got weapons and gangster Cousins, man. He keeps just bringing them back, man. They've won 6 games by 1 touchdown or less this year at a 7-1 team. That's figuring out how to win.
Did you see that deal that said the Jets are the Jet? What the fuck is going on? The Jets are the Jets, and their kicker slipped on kicking off. They can't catch a break.
Yeah, Philadelphia, that was the Thursday game. Struggle, they got a win. Chargers didn't look good, but got a win. Miami, there's so many teams. This, like, as a Cowboys fan, you say it every year jokingly, not because we're that good, but the NFL is down a little bit. This maybe could be the year. No.
No, don't.
For Dallas?
Why'd you have to say that?
Oh my God. Dallas?
I haven't
You're
said-
a Dallas fan?
Huge Dallas fan.
I haven't said it. I haven't said that since '99. Okay. I haven't.
Oh,
year.
bullshit.
I have not.
I've heard you say that.
No, maybe
before.
maybe the Quincy Carter year. The Quincy
You probably
Carter.
said that when we went to the playoff game and they won.
No, I was surprised they were in it that year, and that was the sickest I've ever been. Man, that was horrible. God, I feel bad for you going to that game with me.
You're good with Dak, them picking Dak Prescott to be the quarterback instead of the other
Over Cooper Rush?
Yeah.
No, we've-
yeah.
Okay.
We've had this talk.
I mean, Cooper Rush. It's like, you're in a race. If it's a long
because
race,
he's black, you think he wins the race?
yes. No, you got a Prius and a Ferrari. A Prius will get you there. It's economical.
You
and
think
it can do
Dak's a Ferrari?
it. Okay, you got a Prius and a freaking Corvette. I don't know.
A Prius will beat my car off the line.
You're right.
Type C,
You're
beat
right.
my car off the line,
Boom.
man.
You're right.
Yeah,
Off the
yeah,
line.
off the
Couple
line.
games, then people figure out a guy
Quarter
that's an
mile.
undrafted, and no. I don't think we're the. I mean, yes, we're a better team with Dak. It's just plain and simple.
I think they can make the Super Bowl. I mean, what team's better in the NFC, really?
Eagles probably, but we
I
haven't
guess,
got.
yeah.
I'd like to. We were in a game with them with Cooper Rush, so if our weapons are there, and if we do get Odell Beckham, like they're saying, oh God, I would.
Yeah,
maybe,
what do
I
you
might,
think about that?
I maybe would turn in my Cowboys card.
You would not.
You wouldn't.
I-
You wouldn't do that.
You don't want him on the team?
Why?
You know he's from Texas, right?
It's because he's a poopy player. He plays with the poop.
He gets
Okay.
shit on.
Plays,
Yeah,
he's a
his-
poopy player.
No, I.
Okay.
He's that. He is a sideline killer. He is a cancer. He's a freaking stud receiver.
Oh, yeah.
But he's T.O. on fucking speed. If people don't like T.O., he is T.O. on mescaline. I don't know, man.
He
But
wants the ball every time.
and if he don't, he'll throw every single goddamn person under the bus to get there. The only person worse is maybe AB. Yes, you talk about talent. AB's sitting out there as even at 36, still probably one of the more talented wide receivers. But you can only kill so many teams,
Right.
So
Yep. I get you on that.
That-
I understand that. Yeah.
that's where I guess my take on that.
But
As far as
Miami, you don't
talent,
think would Hill going to Miami the way that they're that quarter?
but I don't think Hill's a quarterback killer. He's not a team killer.
No,
he's
I'm not talking
he's
about
a
that. I'm just talking
he's a
about
baby
Miami
hitter.
competing.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, it's the babies
No,
are defenseless.
I'll be
They're easy
honest
to
with
hit.
you.
Yeah.
Well, especially the black ones, apparently, according
yeah,
to TJ.
they're not even worth it. You know what I mean?
I said.
You shake those babies.
No, what I would rather
Jesus.
have, honestly, if it's me, when you're talking about them, I'd rather have Cedric Wilson back, who's not even getting to play for Miami, back with the Cowboys, because he does more for us, I think, than Odell.
Ever will, yeah.
Only because he doesn't. We have too many young receivers. I don't want CeeDee Lamb and Gallup getting taught by Odell, quite frankly.
No, he's a bad teammate.
Yeah.
he's a bad teammate.
But if we got him for 3 games and to go to a Super Bowl, maybe,
yeah, that'll be just enough to where he can't.
Yeah,
the poison
what the
won't
Rams
spread.
did. Why
Yeah.
why did the Rams not re-sign him right away if they loved him as much as they did, whether he's injured or not?
Yeah.
He was killing the locker room, man.
Plain and simple. I don't care what they can say all the things they want to say, but you listen to like Eli Manning coming out like, man, I struggled. I mean, he was ultimately the reason Eli walked away.
Yeah.
I mean,
And he was winning. Eli was top of his game at that point too.
it just you don't want to play with that cancer, man.
Yeah.
So that was all I had on football. We're getting into the heart of it. I did have Cardinals just are not good, or Seattle's real good. I don't know.
A lot of these teams are falling apart that were, destined to just
Yeah,
do
we
good
talked
this
about
year.
that.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Broncos, all these teams that were anointed Super Bowl before they had to play.
Yeah.
So
Everybody got a plan until you get punched in the mouth.
I will say the Chiefs got a big advantage in playing against a maybe the worst quarterback in NFL currently. No, I don't know.
Yeah, he's not good.
No, man, that like if you can start an NFL game and they don't trust you to throw more than 12 passes, dude.
You talking about
Willis.
yeah.
Willis,
Yeah, I think he was good in college as that runner, but they wouldn't even let him run. And then, God, I feel so bad for Derrick Henry. They are wasting that dude's career, man.
Boy, the Chiefs could, man, God, if the Chiefs had
Any
Jesus Christ.
top 10 team that got him right now.
Dallas.
Oh, God.
Philadelphia. Can you imagine him just the game was?
And imagine having just
man.
a tiny bit of passing with him. How
a tiny bit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just a tiny bit. Maybe a quarterback that's going to throw for 1,200 yards this season. I'm not asking for a lot.
That's not
I seen a thing yesterday. Willis, if he in a 16 game schedule, he's on pace to throw for 435 yards.
Yeah, that was last Sunday for
for 90% of the for freaking Geno Smith.
Yeah, Geno Smith had what 4?
Derrick Henry's sitting at 870. He's projected for 1849.
He's getting abused. It's going to be hard, but you watch him run, dude. I don't know.
He's so huge.
Besides maybe Jim Brown, has there ever been more of a freak playing that position?
Adrian Peterson closest to that.
Yeah,
but, no.
but he was
strength, man.
Yeah.
But and then throw a 4.40 on it.
And then throw 250.
And then throw
coming at you.
And then the moves he does have. I mean, he's not Barry Sanders, but he can take that sidestep like about anybody can.
6'3", 247.
He's
like a
fucking freak.
What do they always say? Like on Madden, he's like the what do they call that? Creative player.
Cheat code. He's a cheat code. Yeah. Him, Mahomes. I mean, they're cheat code guys. They're guys that doesn't really exist.
He's only 28 too.
Yeah, but he's 35 in running back years.
Yeah, he's different.
Like
he's that guy that 1 year's, just gonna be done, and he'll be there a couple more years, but you can't take 300 carries that many years in a row. And
no.
Yeah. Did you have anything else, man? I think we're gonna get ready to cut it off.
Did you want to do the game that you had, or did you get that figured out?
No. The bang game? I didn't get it.
You didn't get it.
No, we'll do that. We'll maybe even we'll get Lee set up, even whether it's just phone or listening to us or something. And for like next show, we'll do some of that. I was gonna do a hang bang, and I couldn't come up. It's like Mary Berry Kill. But I was like, who would you want to hang out with? Who would you want to bang? And then who would you want to like fight or something? Hang, bang, or bang?
See, that's simple. My answer's all the same. Still Brad Pitt. So
thank you. See, so we're all all the things that we don't. Who's your most attractive black man?
Most attractive black man, that would be man. You talking about anytime?
Anytime, history.
Anytime. Well, Morgan Freeman back in the day was a player. I give you that.
What's your favorite Morgan Freeman movie?
Oh, favorite.
It's got to be the best movie of all time, right?
No, it's not. It's actually stupid to what. It's the Jim Carrey movie.
Okay, he's great in that. Yeah, he is good in that. Bruce Almighty.
Bruce Almighty. Yeah. So I
my favorite is Shawshank Redemption, which is also my favorite movie of all time. So that makes it easy.
It's my sleepy movie for sure.
Yeah, that's the movie I can't go by without turning it, without stopping and just watching it the rest of the way.
Well, Family Guy did it better.
That's true. I do love their version of it.
We talked about that. Yeah.
I had a game. I was going to do some things. I had one that was we were going to do a thing. It's a spinoff, a game we play on the show called 3-Word Movie. This was going to be 3-word poem, and I was going to we just randomly go around the room, and it's just 3 words, and you write them down, and then I was going to have Lee. I was going to put some music on and have him read the 3-word poem back because he's got that that sultry voice.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have that. I've got some weird out in the wind and throat thing going, so I do. The board does sound good. Everything sounds good. I don't, so I apologize for that. But I don't really have anything else. I appreciate Lee being here. I thought it was a good time. We didn't get to, a ton, but we got to a ton, man.
Yeah, we got to a ton. It was good. Thanks for coming, man.
Yeah, it was a good time. We're going to release the interview separate from this. I got to go steal some audio because I'm still learning. Board worked out good. Board sounds good. I can't blame the board for anything that happened so far. So we appreciate everybody listening. We're going to go out, and we'll be back next week. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Yep.
You get in my face with that, I'll beat your goddamn ass, you son of a bitch. I'm a white guy. I'm ready to kill. Boobies aren't things that give you milk. Boobies are things that kill you. What do you think tap water is? It's a gay bomb, baby.
Well, that was awesome.
Yeah. What'd you think?
That's cool, man. You guys, I sat and watched